Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and our Asia customers.
And good morning to our friends in Europe. It's so glad to see you all here.
Welcome to Macroblock's 2020 Online Symposium. I'm Albert.
Hi, I'm Misha.
Today we prepare 4 topics: XR, high-scan solution, mini and micro LED. After, we'll have a panel discussion with several experts for the challenges and opportunities of the future LED display industry. In addition, there's a Q&A session after those topics. Please leave your questions in the chat room. Our speakers and members will answer it.
So now, please join me to invite our General Manager of Macroblok and the driving force behind our vision today to the stage to open the 2020 Online Symposium first. So welcome, Robert.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Macroblok's 2020 Symposium. This is our 15th annual symposium. And this is the first time we conduct this forum in a live stream format. This is a beautiful city, London. Am I in front of the tower of a bridge? Am I in London? Of course not. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we cannot go anywhere. This year is really a challenging year. We cannot believe just a couple of months ago, almost all the workforce has to be stay at home and work from home. While the pandemic spread out the world, do you notice a lot of things become new normal? What's the big opportunity and the business model for the stay home this trend? Something like online shopping, food and grocery delivery. How about online gaming, home cinema, and the virtual clouds? Those are good examples of the new business and the new business model for these trends. After COVID-19, we anticipate the leaders, they can have another view and another thing to build the better world and the better business. About the visual devices and the visual equipment, the demand and the requirement has been changed. It's no longer to chase the high volume of shipment, and it's no longer to chase the largest display. It's because of a capital spending concern. But look at the high value stuff and to generate more high quality stuff. I think that is our goal in today's market. I give you some example. Extended reality. This is the example to create a high value and the high standard product. The extended reality is combine the virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and the other key features, key functionality to build, to blend the totally immersed environment. Another example, like the quality of the experience. We can see the application, which like a gaming monitor, or flight simulator, or chroma key. They are the example to use the quality of the experience. These features is combined with a lot of new initiative from today's our display features and the display functionality. Macroblok, we unveil all the standard with the new basics. Our goal is to create the high visual effect to all our products to meet the high standard. So by doing this, I think we can achieve customer their high expectation. They cannot use the traditional conventional products, but they want more advanced and more high features to generate more and more the high visual products to support their application or support their production. So today's our symposium, we will combine together all the key things together with our product and together with the industry trends. So now we cannot wait to share them with you in today's symposium in Taipei. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert, for giving us a brief understanding about XR. So now we know about the AR, VR, MR, and now the idea of XR. I guess you're also curious about why is our ABI new basics so important for the XR technology. In the next section, I would like to invite our Technical Marketing Product Manager, Alan Dell, to give us more details. So welcome, Alan.
Hello and welcome. My name's Alan, and I'm the Deputy Product Manager at Macroblock. Today, I'm going to share with you Macroblock's fine pixel pitch solution in the XR trend. So, XR, or extended reality, is the next generation process for film, broadcasting, and live event production. This empowers audiovisual professionals to create a augmented and mixed reality in a studio environment. This virtual production studio, combining with camera tracking and real-time rendering technology, that creates a virtual and immersive environment for the actors. Many virtual production studios are adapting to LED screens. These LED screens are quicker and higher quality alternatives for the green screen production. However, using the LED screens, we can have a lower production cost and time, because by using the LED screens, we can reduce the color spill as well as chroma key. Here is an example of virtual production studio. As we can see, there's a circular LED wall consists of many LED screens. On top of that, there's a ceiling LED video that can create a dynamic and lifelike skylight. And as you can see over here, that the actors is actually elevated from the ground to be filmed, so that the camera can avoid capturing the scenes between the LED wall and the ground. And here is a close-up of the virtual production in progress. Can you tell which part is the virtual and which part is the real set? If we look closely, we can see that the actors, the rock formation, and the props are actually the physical set. And on the back is the LED screen, serving as the virtual set. It is using the LED screen as a background for sceneries, landscape, or highlights of the sky. So don't we all want to be in such a fantastical environment? Although we don't have a hyperdrive to take everyone to an alien planet in a galaxy far, far away. However, I can take everyone here. This is the Death Valley in America, and probably it is the closest we can get to an alien planet. So this circular screen behind me creates an immersive environment. Imagine if you are shooting in such environment, the actors will actually feel like it is just right over there. And with an LED screen, we can actually have a very high quality display that outlines the ridges and the skyline. And the virtual production studios are going to love this technology. Here at Macroblock, we are always striving to have the best solution for our customers. And before, we had announced our new basics driver IC. And in the new basic driver IC, we believe that the criteria, such as image quality, minimum gray, and HDR optimize are essential to the XR trend, especially HDR optimize. Our driver IC can run at a refresh rate of 3,840 Hz. It can output a true 16-bit of grayscale and at a scan number of 32 scans. All this is running at 60 frames per second. However, this year, we are doubling that to 120 frames per second. And how does the high frame rate actually do? So if we look at a 60 frames per second, in a certain time duration, we can only see around 2 frames. But if we double the frame durations, we can actually see 120 frames. So here is a demonstrating of our 120 frames per second screen with a 60 frames per second screen. This side-by-side comparison allows us to see that the motion in the LED display, that using 120 FPS is much, much smoother. It eliminates the judder of the display itself. This is no simple feat. Like, we need a lot of calculation and a lot of driving power. So today, we are announcing Grayscale Boost. It is an ingenious technology from Macroblok. Before, our PWM driver, the traditional PWM driver, can only output a slow clock, so that it can only output a 13-bit of grayscale. And then Macroblok introduced PWM enhancement, which has the circuitry to have internal clock generated at a higher clock speed. That enabled our drivers to output up to 15-bit of grayscale. And this year, we're introducing our Grayscale Boost technology that can actually output 120 frames per second at HDR optimized specification. And our high-performance solution this year is our MBI 5264. It is a 16-channel driver IC. It supports 13, 14, 15, and 16-bit of grayscale. The output current is 0.5 milliamp to 20 milliamp at 5-volt voltage, and it supports 64 scans. Some of the features include double HD clock to increase the data transfer bandwidth. Also include our PWM enhancement, as well as Grayscale Boost. And of course, this driver IC is good for our high frame rate application. And here is a demonstration of our display module using our MBI 5264. It has 30 scans and runs at true 16-bit grayscale, as well as a high refresh rate at 3840 Hz. And of course, the frame rate is up to 120 FPS. And on top of that, this year, Macroblok would also like to introduce our value solution. Our value solution is very good for business applications, such as in indoor mall or boutique shop. So what does a value solution do? This value solution from Macroblok is one device with the value of 4. So how does Macroblok do that? We increase the scans for one driver IC from 32 scans to 128 scans. That's a 4-time increase of the scan numbers. And the benefit of increasing the scan number is that we can see that by increasing the scan number, we can reduce the number of ICs that's being used on a module. So for example, if we have a module size of 1 meter by 1 meter and a pixel pitch of 1.2, we can have a 4-time reduction of driver IC from almost 5,000 to just over 1,200. So the benefit, of course, is that with reduced number of driver ICs, we can have an improved reliability. And of course, we have simplified PCB layout, and we can reduce STMT time in the production. But there's also challenges with increasing the number of scans. So there are two challenges. One is the brightness of the LED, and another is the refresh rate. So for the brightness of the LED, if we increase the scan number from 32 to 138, the brightness of the LED will be divided 4 more times. And that will cause a decrease in brightness. So how do we solve that? We have to increase the driver's output current, as well as increasing the MOS switch maximum current. And here is a general guideline for the application for the pixel pitch with our value solution. And for pixel pitch from 1.2 to 1.5, we suggest that you can use it on scans up to 128. However, if you are using more than pixel pitch to up to pixel pitch 2 millimeter, due to LED's different properties, we suggest using it to 96 scans. And another problem is how can we achieve a high refresh rate along with a high scan number? In our traditional PWM technology, we have to rely on a G clock from the external source. This external G clock has a limit, so that we cannot have a very high G clock. But with our value solution, this value solutions inherit from our high performance solution, the PWM enhancement, and the grayscale boost technology. So that with a higher clock, it can actually output a higher refresh rate. And here is a demonstration of if we're using traditional PWM technology, that it is limited by the G clock externally, so that it can achieve a high refresh rate only at 32 scans. But however, if we are using our value solutions, then with the PWM enhancement and grayscale boost, you can achieve high scan up to 128 and achieving high refresh rate at 38 and 40 hertz of refresh rate. And here is the value solution from our driver IC. It is actually a package, the driver IC and MOS. Our driver IC is a 16-channel driver IC, and it is our MBI 5268. It supports 65 scans to 128 scans, and an output of 3 to 30 milliamps at 5V operating voltage. It supports both 14 and 13 grayscale. And accompanying that is our MOS switch. Our MOS switch is our MBI 5988. It supports 16 scans. It has a maximum current of 3.5 amp. So some feature of our value solution is that our driver is, of course, double-edged D-clock and inherit our newest technology, the PWM enhancement, as well as our grayscale boost. And our MOS driver, it can eliminate ghosting effect, reduce high contrast interference, as well as solving the LED short display anomalies such as the caterpillar. And here is our LED display driver selection guide. Before we have our popular driver ICs that does not have our newest technology, but it can achieve a 14-bit of grayscale at pixel pitch 1.2 to pixel pitch 4 millimeters. And this year, we're introducing our high-performance solution, the MBI 5264. It can achieve our HDR optimized specification and running at high frame rate of 120 FPS. And we suggest the use of pixel pitch from P2 all the way down to P0.9. And with our value solution, the MBI 5268, we can have a pixel pitch from P2 to P1.2. And you can have it at 13-bit of grayscale. And this is our demonstration, and please come over to our demonstrating area, and I will demonstrate our high-performance solution as well as our value solution on stage. So over here is our MBI 5254, and over here is our MBI 5264. These two LED displays are using same skins, but however, this one, the MBI 5254, are only running at 13-bit of grayscale. And our high-performance solution, MBI 5264, is running at 16-bit of grayscale. As you can see closely from the grains of the leather, the one with the 16-bit grayscale, the grains of the leather is really clear and vivid, comparing with just this 13-bit of grayscale. And over here, it is our value solution, the MBI 5268. And as you can see over here, even our driver IC is running at a high scan number. And this display is also running at a high refresh rate. The refresh rate of this display is 3840 Hertz. So how do we know that? I would also like to use this chance to demonstrate our application that's being developed by Macroblock that can identify and test the refresh rate of different LED screens. So let me demonstrate. Our application name is LED Probe. And by opening that, please wait a moment. And as you can see, if we take, and this application, it can also has the feature of measuring contrast and the refresh rate and the color temperature of the LED. But now I'm going to demonstrate the refresh rate. This mobile phone is now connected wirelessly with our LED screen, and it can generate a pattern for doing such measurements. So right now, if I start to take pictures for the LED screens, it can take a few pictures, and then it will do a calculation using the processing power of the mobile phone. And after taking a few pictures and using our own algorithm, it will calculate the refresh rate of this LED screen. Right now, if you press the result, and you can see that the refresh rate is 4000 Hertz. So that is close to the actual 3840 Hertz of this LED screens. So this concludes my presentation for our driver IC, and I would like to hand it back to our host. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. XR will not only apply for broadcasting, movie backdrops, but also our lifestyle. And Macroblok is ready to lead this transition to the new normal. On that note, it's my pleasure to introduce you Owen Du, Micro-LED Display IC Product Manager of Macroblok. Please join me in welcome Owen to the stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Owen. I am product manager of Macroblok. And today, I will be discussing on the topic of micro-LED display driving technology. 2020 is a special year for us. Because of the COVID-19, all countries have adopted the border control and isolation policy. So stay at home, work from home, learning at home, and have some entertainment at home have become the new normal of life. Because of the changes in lifestyle, people more rely on display. So we can say that the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the development of display industry. Look at this huge display. Have you ever dreamed of owning a big TV? Yes, I have. A perfect large display, it could be part of your home direction. The size is up to you. The resolution is up to you. No border and a high dynamic range display. What's a great thing for us? This is a broadcasting of the football match. Because the screen is not enough, it can bring us more immersive experience. It's also suitable for screen split. Each screen can show a different angle of the game, so you can see the reaction of audience and how the score is got at the different screen at the same time. So to receive more information in a short time, that bring the experience you have never had before. Let us look back at CES 2020. All TV brands have developed the large-size towering display with micro-LED technology. The size of the range from 100 to 300 inches. Here are some common features. The resolution is 4K either or 8K, and the pixel pitch is less than 1 millimeter, 1.0 millimeter. And all of them use the passive driving architecture with PCB substrate. And the MBI, as an industry leader, also play an important key role in this field. We got the message from the CES that the application in the future will be more and more popular and more close to people's needs. How do we make the big TV suitable for everyone's home? If we implement an 8K TV with MBI 5759, when the pixel pitch is 0.625 millimeter, the size of the TV is around 216. The size is too large. And we developed the MBI 5864. MBI 5864 has high integration and a small package size. It is suitable for the realization of smaller pitch. So at 8K resolution, the size of TV is around 138 inch. It is suitable for my home. And in the indoor application, because the low target brightness is required, so the minimum value of driver IC current is 0.1 milliamp. And it also has less IC power for power saving. So we can refer to the standard of VESA display HDR TrueBreak 400 and 500, and take consideration of LEDs, current density, and the brightness. If the requirement of the peak luminance is around 500 nits, it needs very low current, below 100 microamp. And here we show the measurement of temperature of our module with MBI 5864. So you can see the distribution of temperature of service is very uniform. And the IC temperature on the backside is also almost the same as service temperature. So it tells us that the display will be more uniform with high picture quality. Here we list the basic feature of MBI 5864. Due to the low target brightness requirement, so the output current range will be 0.1 milliamp to 5 milliamp. And for the high channel count and the fine pitch application, the accuracy of chip and bit skew will within plus minus 1%. And it also supply the scan sharing technology. It will help us to reduce the number of IC. MBI 5864 is also built-in PWM enhancement function, so it can achieve maximum 16-bit grayscale output, and with low EMI performance. And with compact package of BGA, the size is 6 by 6 millimeter. Here is the general list of MBI 5864. Then we will show the demo of our cabinet, which is made by MBI 5864. This cabinet is made for mini LVD and micro LED direct view display. So the pixel pitch of this cabinet is 0.625 millimeter. And the LED type is with common anode. So you can imagine that if you use the cabinet to implement an 8K TV, and with our screen, you can see that the fish is swimming in the ocean. So it can bring us more immersive experience. So it can perform 16-bit and high grayscale output, and also the refresh rate is up to 4K Hz. So MBI 5864 is more suitable for fine pitch application. The pitch is below 1.0 to 0.4 millimeter. And finally, MBI 5864 is satisfy all the requirement of new basics. Next, what is the trend in the future? And what is the thinking of Macroblok? Macroblok already realized the traditional scanning, and we also realized the scan sharing topology. So in the future, we will move toward to the high channel and the high scan technology. At 4K resolution, the number of IC will reduce to around 1,000 pieces. It saves a lot of IC. For the low current driving, in the development of extremely small driving current, Macroblok is planning to move toward 50 microampere. So in the developing state, the chip skew will receive plus minus 1%, and the bit skew will smaller than 1%. For high scan and high channel technology, in the future, we have 4 ways to plan. High-speed interface. It helps us to decrease the I/O port of controller, so we can have a slim design. Another one, high frame rate application. We need to deal with more data transmission in a short time. Next, driving current. The accuracy of chip and bit skew is very important for high picture quality. And we also need to have high through rate control for accuracy of grayscale control. And to reduce the power consumption and IC temperature, we can achieve low supply voltage with bi-circuit design skill. And it also have lower operating current. Finally, package. For high channel count, we need to develop the suitable package for our application. It also considers good heat dissipation. Okay, in terms of choice of the driving substrate and the pixel pitch, there are several mainstream. Currently, the substrate of large size tiling display is used by PCB. But the pitch of the limitation of PCB is around 0.4 millimeter. The limitation is due to the light width and the light space of PCB process. So in the future, maybe we can have another choice. For glass substrate, the limitation of minimum pitch is around 0.1 millimeter. And with silicon substrate, it is more suitable for VR and the AR application. So with the pitch shrink, the size of LED also shrink. As mentioned earlier, we talked about a glass substrate. So here we show the concept diagram of frameless module with glass substrate. So you can see on the front side is the mini LED, micro LED display side. So we can connect the data channel through the front side and through the sidewall to the back side and connect to the IC output. So in this driving scheme, the main driving architecture is with AM driving technology. So next, we will compare the difference between active piezo and passive piezo. So here we show the active piezo. So active piezo is composed of transistor and LED to form a piezo circuit. And for the passive piezo, it doesn't have TFT composed the circuit, so it's very simple. For a driving method, for AM piezo, the emission type is Hall type, and for passive piezo, the method of emission is pulse type. And for active piezo, it generated a current to LED by TFT, so the input voltage will convert to current, and so we call it as PAM, pulse with amplitude modulation method. And for the PM passive piezo, the constant current source was provided by external IC, and we adapt the PWM control to display the high or low brightness. Finally, for active piezo, more with glass substrate, and for passive piezo, more with PCB substrate. Color stability, a stable color by constant current drive. Take consideration of LED's characteristic. The wavelength shift vary with different current density. So if we adapt the PWM control, because it has constant current, so the display will have not color shift issue. But if we use pulse amplitude modulation control, it will have color shift issue with the adjustment of current value. Next, we will talking about the challenge of active and the passive driving. For active driving, the main challenge is the variation of thin film transistor in different positions. It will cause the ununiform display. And for active driving, it also adapts the PAM driving, so it will have the color shift issue. And for large area display, VDD-IR dropper will also influence the uniformity of display. Next, we talk about to passive piece. For passive driving, the crosstalk effect between each piezo will be a challenge. And another, the difference of parasitic competence of each line will influence the uniformity of our display. I will summarize our thought on micro LED driving technology. Shrinkage. It helps us to reduce the size of big TV and make it reasonable to realize Ultra HD display. Small current. The accuracy of driving current is more important for picture quality. And the high channel, high integrate, high scan driver IC, we will have slim design. Package, compact with high channel count and the good heat dissipation is important. Substrate, finally, Macroblok will develop the corresponding IC to fit the different driving scheme. Thank you. Today is my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen, for presenting us the high channel and high scan supported driver IC, MBI 5864. We are ready for the coming of new display generation. I believe it will not be a dream for everyone to own a large micro LED TV at home anymore. On the other hand, Can LEDs only be used in direct view displays? Are there any other extended opportunities for LEDs? Today, I would like to invite our backlighting IC product manager, Chris, to share with us the evolution of mini LEDs. So welcome to Chris.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris. Today, I'm very glad to have this opportunity to talk about today's topic, the key role of four-array local dimming mini LED baseline. So first of all, I would like to show you two pictures. LCD display is still the mainstream in the display product. So LCD display, how to improve their display quality is important. So because consumers, they are all want to chasing high color saturation, high contrast, and they also want the price is affordable. So it's a really big challenge for them. So we go back to see the two pictures. The first picture, you can see the reflection of the city, of the building on the water. You also can see the clear light trail. But compared to the other one, the second picture, the contrast is low, so you cannot see a lot of details. So how can we improve the picture quality, look like picture one? Because of mini LED. Mini LED can provide the high display quality. So is there any product already using mini LED as a baseline? Yes, we noticed TV and the monitor makers, they are more interested in using mini LED as a baseline. Here are just two examples for TV and the monitor. We also noticed the trend of mini LED is already spread to laptop and the tablet. TV and the monitor, they are large size display, so they can allow more components, more power consumption. But for small size of display, like laptop and the tablet, they are more considered light, slim, neat, stylish, and the picture quality to be their features in their product. So I think it will be definitely a big challenge for them. But if they are choosing Macroblok solution, it will be easier. I will explain why later. So in the mini LED supply chain, mini LED backlight supply chain, what is the role that Macroblock play? It's a LCD devices. So you can see Macroblock's LED driver IC to drive mini LED, then to light LCD. As I mentioned, there are more and more LCD devices. They are using mini LED as a baseline. So as a leader of LED driver IC, Macroblok is ready. Macroblok has complete solutions for every LCD devices. So for signage, TV, and the monitor, our solution can supply high power. For small size of display, like a laptop, tablet, VR, and the wearable devices, our solution is high integration. That can make the size of PCB smaller. For the automobile, our solution has passed AEC-Q 100. So Macroblok has complete solutions for all LCD display applications. So then, what are the challenges of mini LED? Consumer products, they all emphasize slim, neat, and the picture quality to be their features in their product. So what can Macroblok's solutions provide to overcome these challenges? For slim, we have high zones. For neat, we have high integration. For picture quality, we have break frame insertion. So I will explain this in the following slides. So first of all, we are looking at the first one, slim. How can I say high zones can make your product slimmer? For baseline, one of the solutions is to shorten the optical distance. So you can see the first picture. This mini LED can light this area, and this mini LED can light this area. So in this example, the seven pieces of mini LED can light this LCD. If we want to shorten the optical distance, like the picture 2, so this mini LED can light this area, this mini LED can light this area. So more mini LED can light the same size of LCD. So that's why I say more mini LED can shorten the optical distance to make your product slimmer. But more mini LED, that means you need more LED driver IC to drive them, to control them. So Macroblok bring multiplexing this concept into our LED driver IC. Here is our example. The dimming zones is 192 dimming zones. You can see the other solutions, they need 6 pieces of LED driver IC. And you also can see there are a lot of wires. But the Macroblok solution, the same dimming zones, 192 dimming zones, Macroblok solution just need one LED driver IC. So it's different. So you can see other solutions is complicated. And the Macroblok solution is simple. If you want more mini LED to shorten more optical distance, that means you need more dimming zones. So here is our example. Our example, 192 dimming zones, the gap between our solution and the Macroblok solution, the gap is 5 pieces of LED driver IC. If the dimming zones up to 2000, other solutions, they need 72 pieces of LED driver IC. But Macroblok solution, we just need 12 pieces of LED driver IC. So it's a huge gap. It's a huge gap. Consumer, they are thinking, finally, there is LCD display product using mini LED backlight that is slim, and the price they can afford. Next, we are talking about the need, high integration. How can I say high integration can make your product neater? So this structure is still a multiplexing structure, so it's already simple. Macroblok still integrated the scan modes into our LED driver IC. What does that mean? We take a look at an example. It's a curved monitor. One day, product manager talked to the layer engineer. He told him, our product already designed to look like this. It's a curved monitor. So the size of PCB for LED driver board, I can't give you very large. So I just can give you the small size for you. The layer engineer, they can't believe it. They have no idea how to design those components and those wires into such small size of PCB. They have no idea how to design. But the Macroblok solution, Macroblok's high integration solution, that means fewer components, easier design, and the easier layout. That also means make your products neater. So next we are look at picture quality. Our solution is a high frame insertion. So look at the first one picture. These words are moving from left to right. We just capture a moment. So there is heavy motion blur. Why is there this problem? Because liquid crystal is turning, but it can turn to the right position immediately. So during that time, we call it response time. So during the response time, it will occur the motion blur. So how can we do? We implement the break frame insertion. That means we put the break frame between the data of mini LED baseline. So it's dark. Then we have to increase the brightness. So we go back to the first part. All the waveforms are all related to baseline, not related to LCD. So the first part is our conventional design. When when LED driver IC receive a signal of VSync, then LED driver IC will output frame 1 data. Then LED driver IC receive another VSync, then LED driver IC will output the frame 2 data. So when we implement break frame insertion, that means we need to increase G clock frequency. Here, just our example. Our example is two times, just for convenient calculating. So when we implement a break frame insertion, that means we increase the G clock frequency to 2 times. So the data is from frame 1 to frame 1 prime. So the rest of the time, we insert a break frame. So it's dark. We have to increase the brightness. So we have to increase the current to 2 times. So you can see the area of frame 1 prime is the same as frame 1. That means the brightness is the same. So for picture quality, our solution is break frame insertion. So what is the benefit if you are choosing Macroblok solution? Firstly, we have high zones. For need, we have high integration. For picture quality, we have break frame insertion. So Macroblok has complete solution for every LCD display application. And the Macroblok is ready for the burning of the mini LED. For the real performance with Macroblok solution, here is our demonstration. This demonstration is a blue chip mini LED. The panel size is 30-inch, and there are more than 400 dimming zones. And it's a scan type, so there are 15 scans. And the solution is MBI 6322. So we can see the 2 pictures. If we turn on the mini LED backlight, you can see the contrast is very high. You also can see the halo around the frame. It's a pure halo. So compared to another picture, the contrast is low. So you can see a lot of halo around the frame. You also cannot see a lot of details, including the face of the actors. Maybe you cannot see the wrinkles on his face, but maybe you can see the wrinkles on the other picture when we turn on the mini LED backlight. So here we go to the display area. We see the real demonstration, the real performance to show you. So here is our demonstration. So please look at the frame and the dark side. Stare at them. So you can see there are a lot of halo around the frame. You also cannot see a lot of details because at this moment, mini LED backlight is turned off. So when we turn on the mini LED backlight, so you can see there is less halo around the frame. And you also can see a lot of details, no matter at the dark side or no matter at the bright side, because of the high accuracy of grayscale. So Macroblok's solution can provide the high display quality. So here is my demonstration and also my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. We have discussed the opportunities of what technology can optimize the LED display industry. I know you have a lot of questions, so let's bring back Alan, Owen, and Chris. As Macroblok's product manager, they are in the best position to take questions of the future LED display industry. Hi, Alan, Owen, and Chris. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello. Hello.
So let's get started. I can see the first question here. This question is, Dear MBI team, MBI 5264, if I like to have 120 FPS and 16-bit grayscale, what would be the max scan ratio 32 scans? Oh, this question is from my customer, Hubertus. Hello. Can you answer it?
Yeah, of course. For MBI 5264, yes, for achieving a full 16-bit grayscale, as well as the high frame rate, 120 frames per second, yes, the maximum scan is 32 scans, and it will have the greatest low grayscale uniformity as the picture quality to be assured from our driver IC. Yep.
Thank you, Alan.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, and the second question is, what is the software app called? When can we download it on Google Store? Is it only suitable for Android platform?
Well, currently our the application is under development. The name for the app is called MBI Pro. Right now, it is not available on Google Store yet, but we are expecting it to be available probably in the end of the year. And well, right now we are only adapting it through the Android platform. However, we might plan for the iOS platform as well in the future. So stay tuned, and we will have more to announce later. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. I'll definitely download it, and so that we can measure all the HDR, brightness, and the grayscale also to the LED display.
So let's move on to the next question. Please help to differentiate the advantages of MBI 5864 over MBI 5359. Oh, it seems like this customer knows a lot about our driver IC. So Owen, can you help with this one?
Okay, I can answer this question. So the difference of MBI 58 and 64 and between to the MBI 53, 59. The big difference is MBI 58, 64 is more suitable for smaller pitch. It reached to 0.4. And on the other hand, because MBI 58, 64, it have more small driving current. The minimum value is 0.1 milliamp, and the MBI 53, 59, the minimum driving current is 0.5 millimeter. And the next is the package. The package of MBI 58, 64, we have compact package with small size 6x6. And another one is around 8x8. So this is the big and main difference of the IC. Yes.
I see. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, another question is, which driving method does Macroblok use in Macrolet, AM or PM? Owen?
Okay, this part I can answer. As mentioned earlier, currently, Macroblok use passive matrix driving method with large size PCB tiling. Yes, but in the future, I already talked about the AM driving method and the PM driving method. So maybe we can integrate the advantage of all this kind of driving method in the future. Yeah.
Thank you, Owen. I guess our customers are also looking forward to it.
So the next question is, which commercial application will first adopt the mini LED backlight, such as NB, tablet, monitor, TV, or cell phone? Oh, I think this question should be to backlighting IC manager, Chris?
Okay. Yes, I will answer this question. So as I mentioned in my previous presentation, TV and the monitor, they are large size display, so they can allow more power consumption and more components. And then there are some special applications, like high-end TV, gaming monitor, and creator monitor. So this special application can support additional cost to support the cost of mini LED backlight. So it's already using in TV and the monitor. So, but for the laptop and the tablet, there is a tier 1 brand that will announce new laptop and tablets next year using mini LED as a baseline. So we think the mini LED baseline will be booming next year. That's why. But for smartphone, because refrigerated OLED is already mature and the price is already not very expensive. So we think mini LED baseline maybe will not be happened in smartphone. So it's my opinion.
Thank you so much.
Okay, another question is, since mini LED can both be used in direct view LED display and backlight display, but why the backlight display progress at a much faster pace? Chris?
I think the answer, the main reason is the number of mini LED. Like for backlight product, the number of mini LED is based on brightness, optical distance, and the dimming zones, something like that. So roughly we can say the number of mini LED in mini LED baseline, roughly 10,000. But for direct view LED display, if we take, I think the number of mini LED is based on resolution. So if we taken the Full HD this resolution, the resolution is around 6 million. So that also means the number of mini LED is also around 6 million. So the gap between the two examples, the gap is around 500 times. So I think that is the main reason that why mini LED using in baseline is much faster than display.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, I can see we still got many questions coming now. However, due to the time limit, we will have to stop the Q&A section here. But don't worry, if you still have any questions, please leave it in our chat room. Our MBI colleagues will reply your questions online. So thanks to our 3 MBI speakers today. And now let's move on to the next, also the final part of today, the panel discussion. And now I would like to hand over my microphone to our technical marketing manager, Kurt. So let's give him a warm welcome. Kurt.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kurt Tsai from Macroblok. Now we are at the last session in today's webinar. We've spent some time to understand how LED performs in XR scenario. And you must be very curious about what is the real industry leaders, what they're thinking, what's their opinion about this. Especially after COVID-19, we will have more and more LED application regarding to immersive application. So Macroblok today, we invited 3 LED and the creative and the cultural industry and the entertainment industry, different experts to help us to understand, and let's hear from them. Let me welcome the first one, the Vice President of Era TV Group, Mr. Daniel Chang.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel Chang. Very glad to be here today.
And the next one, the first CEO of Taipei Music Center, Mr. Peng.
Hello, everyone. My name is Austin Peng. I'm the CEO of Artemis Music Group. I'm very proud to join the panel to talk about the breakthrough technology XR. Thank you.
And the last one is the General Manager in Macroblok, Robert Chen.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to join Macroblok's Symposium.
In this year, because of COVID-19, we have a lot of experience and different opportunities in LED technology. One of very famous application, and it just win the honor from industry, is the virtual production for movie making. Let's listen to the expert in this industry. Austin?
Hello, everyone, again. But right now, we jump to the outer space. So you can see the spaceship and the very beautiful castle and the landscape. Right now, we are still in Taipei. We try to back to the real, because we talk about the realistic thing. Based on the dreams, we test the reality. The reality, the most reality is a budget, because when produce any production, we need to control the cash and the budget. I have an example for everyone. We can watch the movie like a Star Wars. Star Wars cinema universe is very famous. I am a fan of the Star Wars. And in the year 2K18, there are two different productions from the San Lucas film. This one is a Mandalorian scene. Another one is a Han Solo. It's a movie, 2 hours movie. And the Mandalorian TV series for OTT in the channel Disney Plus is a 8-episode TV series. But they are in the same cinema universe in totally 3 times different budget. How can we do? How can we present the same universe with same visual? And right now, we know, because thanks to the XR technology, we can save the more than six times budget to create the same visual. And congratulations to the Mandalorian series. They win 7 Emmy Awards. Thank you.
Right. LED XR is very attractive technology, especially if we are looking at the benefit on the budget. And so right now, there are many new company, especially for the stream video company like Disney Plus or Netflix. They make more investment on this technology to try to make more production based on this. And Daniel, as an experienced producer, can you share some idea to us?
I believe that many actor and actress will love this technology very, very much, because they don't have to act in front of the green screen and try to imagine or pretend something they're gonna to face or where they are. That means they can make less mistake, so they can shorten the making films time. They can shorten the time of filmmaking. So that's gonna be cost down a lot. So I think that will be really good news for all the actors or actress.
Exactly. So you mean the actor and actress, they don't need to pretend they're in somewhere. They can just put themselves into the skin they should be, and they can perform better. And even the movie shooting the time can be shorter. To make everyone easier and the production is easier.
Exactly. The production company can cost down, so the win-win. That's a win-win situation.
Right. But if the LED screen need to be a background for movie making, which means the LED should be performed very extremely, especially in the movie making. There's a lot of different movie skin, and the LED need to perform it very well. So LED requirement should be very high. Is it, Robert?
About
about this kind of initiative, I like to use the camera view to look at this initiative. We understand to perform a high quality the virtual film is required very, very detailed, like low grayscale, and the contrast also the key things, so that it can perform the very high quality of the production. So I think to choose the right and the best, reliable the driver IC, that is the key factors to ensure the production and ensure all the quality will be happened.
So Robert just mentioned that the LED should be quite reliable since it's doing very high cost production for the movie. So reliable, and also the skin should perform a lot of skin. Means you have to perform the sunrise, sunset, or the dark universe, which means the dynamic range should be very high, and maybe we can just call it HDR to perform different kinds of skins during movie shooting and making. We talk a lot about virtual production, and we can look at another application in LED, and actually it's already years that is a professional studio. And now I think we can pay our attention to the weather in London. Okay, now you can see the screen behind me is a very wide world map. It shows all the information the reporter needs to report to the audience. You can see the 1 week forecast of the weather in London, and at the same time, you can see the weather in major city in the world. And especially, LED is used in broadcasting in news. And in news, usually the TV studio want to make the audience and the viewers can feel the things are really happening. So if the XR can be performed in TV studio, that can make the viewer experience more immersive and see what's really happening in the world. For example, even you're staying in Asia, you can feel, you can see the real tornadoes happen, runs a lot in North America. This is just for weather. If we are talking about some important thing like a rocket going to the universe or other special event, if we can have the immersive about that, that will make the broadcasting very, very attractive. So the professional studio actually is a very high potential LED application in this industry. But not only just broadcasting news, there's also a lot of application in TV or professional studio. Daniel is a real experienced expert in this field. Let's listen to him firstly. Daniel?
In our TV station, we still use green screen as a virtual reality studio. I think in my industry, many people still cannot tell the difference between virtual reality and computer graphic. Sometimes we think we just combine the green screen and the computer graphic. That's not virtual reality. So sometimes we could see the anchor or reporter, they just like floating somewhere. Sometimes it's a little bit weird and funny. So I think if we can use this kind of high quality and high tech product in the news channel, we can actually bring our audience to the news thing. I think that's gonna take much better experience to our audience.
Yeah, people and the audience will feel, oh, it looks real. It's not just it's a,
Yes,
it's
I'm here.
some kinds of
just
computer
like,
graphic.
Yeah,
and
just like
something
I'm here.
that.
Yeah.
Right. As a in creative industry, Austin, let's hear from you.
Okay, I try to share some ordinary life daily. Right now we wake up from the alarm from our mobile phone. So the first we look, not my wife's face, is the screen of my mobile phone. I think right now the screen is the real life everywhere. So we can imagine how real if XR can bring to us, and maybe we can talk to our friends with actual size, and we can talk them with the 5G telecommunication speed. We can spontaneously, we can instant reaction. It's a great thing for us for a new life experience.
It sounds like the LED in XR. If we were talking about the content making and maybe the content can be also interactive via the wireless technology in fifth generation. So about the content making, I think Robert can share some idea about what is the high standard in LED related to content making, the shooting, everything.
Yeah. Regarding the live studio, the typical requirement, I think, that is how effective can deliver and demonstrate the visual effect. Immersive requirement, that become a very key things for this kind of the live studio. But in addition to like the curve display, we just show in today's our symposium, I believe the technology that's like a very diverse access from the devices, the process capability, and the delivery quality from all the image source. So the driver IC should have capability that can adopt all the very detail from the image source. So how fast and how effective we can to show all the details, I believe that is the key thing to support the immersive requirement.
Right. It sounds like driver IC is like a basics, and if a driver IC can support the display to have output more grayscales and make it fit to HDR display, then we can have the more immersive surroundings via shooting the LED display.
Correct.
Yeah, and the LED application are wide, so there's already years application that is a stage. Stage is a very popular LED application, and we have the experience experts there they have produced for the stage shows and a lot of professional studio recording shows from years. So let's listen to Daniel.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Hello everyone, I'm not singer, I'm producer. But I truly believe if Beatles still live today, they definitely use this amazing technology to their concert. I have made a lot of music concert in Taiwan. The most challenge for me is not the sound effect, but the visual effect. Most of my choice is LED screen. But in current market, I couldn't find my better solution. On the other hand, 2020 is a special year, just like everybody said, because COVID-19. The online music concert is booming this year. In Taiwan, we have a very popular band, Mayday. In Korea, their most popular idol group, BTS, have their online music concert just a few days ago. Just a few days ago. So the online music concert is a coming future. And I believe this visual effect is more important for the online music concert than offline music concert. So when I found this cutting edge technology, XR LED, I'm very exciting and inspiring. I believe it can give us a lot of creative idea, even the crazy idea we can use on our music concert. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Sounds very exciting because there are more and more artists are releasing their online concert to internet, and most of them are free now. But in future, maybe it will starting to be charged, and the online concert is accelerated by the pandemic. So the producers and the artists are trying to leverage this technology to their concert and even the show. So the stage for LED is not just a outdoor huge concert anymore. There's a more stage for LED, and we can. How about your opinion, Peng?
Okay, I can share some industrial fact to everyone. Just as Daniel said, right now when we go to a concert, maybe we try to listen to the singer, but the most you will watch the display. LED is the huge, so huge, 3 floors high, and 50 meters wide, and that causes a very serious problem about power saving. The power will cause because the heat will influence the environment. There is two concerning point. One is the electricity fee will high. It's more than 50% or up. So there is the first issue we try to lower. And another thing is, as everyone know, right now is COVID-19 era. So we have to, the studio is some kind of a bio environment. So we go to a music concert or live house, there are so many people in the same closed space. So the air conditioning issue is very serious. We can control, and they will cause the heat. The heat will cause CO2, and some kind of gene like a virus to increase. So we have to have a very good environment control. If the LED is so huge to produce heat, we will face many troubles. So thanks to the high power saving technology, we can make us so comfortable.
Yeah, LED is a very big devices. So it also consumes a lot of power. But if the power is making impact to air conditioning, not just about the temperature, it also related to the air quality. Yeah. So sometimes if the showroom or the arena there's a air quality concern, then it might make impact on how many people can be supported by that space. Yes. So Robert, it sounds like the power consumption of LED display is quite a big concern. Would you?
Yeah, absolutely. The power consumption, that is the key things to support the stage lighting. But I also want to add another comment. Because today, the display using in the stage lighting, it is not just a display. It's become a thing. So the singer or the dancer or the performer, they are in the platform easily to access or to touch the display. So how to ensure the display with very high quality and reliable stuff, that is very important. Otherwise, like the ESD or EMI, well, in fact, all the performance. So I think that is the key factors from the driver to support the stage lighting.
Right. Actually, Austin's conversation recalled me that there's a new basic index that is low power, and MBI Macroblok has already paid attention to the power consumption, and we create more and more technology, try to improve on this index. Yeah. LED is a very with a lot of possibilities. One of the possibilities is about the architecture and the enterprise. Why I'm saying that? Because LED has the flexibility about its size and about its resolution. So now there is more and more fancy LED display to be installed in high-end architecture and enterprise, and to use to show the spirit or the image the owner want to perform. Robert is a company owner. I think he can share some idea to us. Robert?
Look at past 10 years. We all see the trend of the LED signage from outdoor to indoor. And recently, a lot of new technology comes from mini LED, or even more, we use the mini LED to produce the display. So it is easier to use the LED signage become part of the interior design. So the example like this one, you can see if we use the very fine pitch LED, we put in the lobby of the enterprise, it become part of your decoration, and it can easily to demonstrate, to show your corporate brand image. So if you want to change the design, quite easy to welcome your customer from airline company, or today you have a lot of a message you want to surrounding the airline company, you can easily to change all the display like this. Or your company is eco-friendly, you want to demonstrate a lot of thinking, a lot of your focus from the outdoors things. You can also have the picture like this one.
Yeah, so LED is not just changing people's seeing, and it also changing the atmosphere in space. So since LED has so many environment can be used for, so I think Daniel, maybe you can share some maybe your past project to us.
In my opinion, I think the LED screen, not just a display, it could have its own business model. For example, I have been to Seoul, SM Entertainment, which is the biggest and famous entertainment agent company in Korea. They have many superstars in this company, like Super Junior, like Girls' Generation. This company have SM Entertainment have a building just in the center of the Seoul called SM Town. It's an idol-based building.
It's all for idols.
Yeah, all for the idol. A lot of idols, Prada or something, they have a LED. They have a very big LED wall. They put many idols' photo and video on the screen, on the LED screen, and let the fans to take a picture with their idol. So the fans can close to their idol from the screen. From the screen, they can feel like they close the idol. And then they will post the picture to Instagram, WeChat, or something, the social media. So it brings a lot of revenue for the SM town. And this become a very popular things even become a very popular things in Seoul. So I think that's an example for the LED can create its own value, not just a display or promotion. Yeah. So I think we can think about this from this perspective.
Because of LED is so public, and if we can combine the content creation and make LED itself more attractive.
Yeah.
Even LED display can earn some money from itself. Sure. So Austin, you are just part of a very huge project in creative industry. Would you share some opinion about this?
Just like we can imagine, maybe we can, beyond the interior design and the building design, maybe we can talk about the city landscape. I think because the XR technology is so impressive and so fantastic, maybe we can try to build up some landscape for the city, for the urban. I think I have many friends is very knowledgeable and capable artists. They have many imagination and many knowledge about the city.
Many creative ideas.
Yes. Maybe they can use the XR technology with the display to create like a 100 years ago Taipei city and 100 years later Taipei city together. I think it will release our imagination with the technology. It's a great force.
Well, if the XR can be seen from the street,
yeah,
then that will be everywhere. Not just the Taipei. It can happen in all the cities in the world. Yeah, sounds very interesting. Okay, so Robert, this is now I think Austin and Daniel just share their idea. It sounds like it's more about the outdoor LEDs. So the topic we start from indoor, and now we go to outdoor. Do you have more comments about this?
I think today's a lot of discussion in LED industry talking about the mini LED or micro LED.
Okay.
So I'd like to add a few comments from this angle. So the mini LED that can perform to support the final pitch. So it will happen not just to talk, but it will have a real product for the direct view. So the product we can see from most of the giant, the TV maker, they also look at this area. So I believe this will be the industry transformation from conventional talk about LCD display and gradually move to like LED signage. So it will happen. And so that create a huge business opportunity for all of us.
So no matter what's the surroundings, now we have more new technology based on mini LED, even micro LED. So LED display can be shaped to more different kinds of application in different surroundings. it has more possibility. Okay, we have already listened to our industrial leaders' opinion about so many different topics, and I think we can spend some time to have some feedback to the audience from online, and we can share some ideas to them directly. Okay. Now I have one question in hand. How can we improve everyone's viewing experience from LED displays? This is a big question, but how about Robert? Since we are expert in LED display field.
I think today's a lot of our presentation, or our product manager, they talk about the XR, extended reality. I like to cut in from this angle. So the truly immersed experience, that is the key requirement for most of today's, no matter from like the film designer, or we can see from a lot of the product designer. The extended reality, that's the key factor from three parts. Mm-hmm. The first part, that is they need a very fast the process to generate and to decode, to encode everything. Okay, so the processing, that is very important.
You mean the processing for the content?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Image delivery. So how to deliver the correct, accurate image, that's also key. Mm-hmm. And the last part, that's most of our customer today, the maker, that is a viewing device. So from the process, from the image delivery and from the viewing device, that will combine all together to become the immersive experience will make that happen. So to choose the right part, that is very important. Okay.
There is from the beginning. It's a content processing, then go to the viewing device, and the
and the delivery of all the image.
Yeah. So I think driver IC is more about the image delivery, right. But driver IC should also work on with forehead parts in the whole LED system to deliver complete the good image delivery.
Yes.
Okay. And we have a second question here. What are the requirements for establishing an LED SR environment in the filming, production, industry perspective? How will the business model become? Daniel, I think you can have some comments for this.
As a program producer, I always love to embrace the new technology, because I believe that new technology can lead a new and fantastic creative idea. And I think the new creative idea is including the new business model in it, not just the film or the program itself, but also the whole value chain of the whole entertainment industry. So the new technology is very important for us. We are idea men. We need new technology to lead us, to inspire us.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know if I answer this question or not, but that's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, we can expect more business model with newer LED technology can be realized in very nearby future, and it also needs different company working, like Macroblok is working on LED driver technology, and there are a lot of content company or processor company to working together to make it happen. Yeah. It's about time because we want to make your viewing experience better, so we want to make our event very compact. So if there's a more question you want to ask from online or offline, you can direct to us. We will answer you. We will answer you after our stream. And we thank the expert and the leaders. We are all connected together by LED technology. Okay, now it's about the end of this webinar, and in this webinar we have a very hardworking team. They have already worked for this webinar for several months. So let's see around about them.
Thank you guys so much today. And don't forget to enjoy the behind the scene of this online symposium.
So thank you so much for your time, and we are looking forward to see you soon. And that is all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.